It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Bears, leader at quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Bears and the Texans. All that and more coming up next.
Soldier Field opened back in 1924 with the Bears becoming 10-71, and what a home field advantage it has become here in Chicago. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And last week's win was indicative of how good this team can be. It was a complete performance.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Texans, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. The returner, DJ Chark. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3 quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
The numbers on the ground for Pierce last week. 9 carries, 53 yards, and a touchdown.
And that's just not enough carries for a running back to get loose and really feel like he's into the game because they have to have enough volume to establish a rhythm, not just for themselves, but also to get in sync with their offensive line so they can read the blocks properly and they can execute it. I expect them to get a minimum of 15 carries in this game, and the optimum number would be 20+.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Texans first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Man open. That's complete to Dalton Schultz. Following the play now, they're going to stop the clock here as a man is shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Pierce will try to pick it up. And this will be a Texans first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. Now 2nd and 3. Pierce now up the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
Holding offense.
He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hole.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
Now, this one complete downfield on the left side. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4-4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Another one caught by Collins. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Now a handoff for Pierce. And he'll go down at the 28. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Stroud now on 2nd down. He finds his target. It's Schultz. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. DeMarcus Walker able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Give to Pierce. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Well, throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good, and it's now 3-0 Texans. Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And, Brandon, I think from where they started, the initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be 2nd down.
Holding. Offense.
That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 2nd and 14. They'll look to throw here. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. You look at the defense for these Texans. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Now Brown. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down. A shotgun snap to Stroud. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dalton Schultz, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to widen their advantage. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes, because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Bears offense making their way out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the NFC. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. A first carry now. This is Johnson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You look at the defense for these Texans. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Now, during that run, an injury here, we got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Throwing now is Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Open man is Noah Brown. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Stroud off the play fake. That one complete. It's tanked down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
A run for Pierce out of the gun. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on 2nd down. The offense on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
And he's going to have the 1st down, yardage to the 35. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. 1st down, they go right back to Pierce. Pushing his way through. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go right back to Pierce. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a 1st down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. Here is 3rd and 5. Stroud. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Andrew Billings drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 24-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. Broke a tackle, but not much room there. Just up past the 25, no further. 3rd and 2.
Gain of 3 brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. You give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on 3rd down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. Fighting him off. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Harris in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, when you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. They'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Texans' 30-yard line.
He'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They'll look to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Now they're going to fake it. He wants to throw it here. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Now Stroud.
He finds, no, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
The previous play is under review.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. The 2nd down throw now from Stroud.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. And now the punter Tress Way as he sends this one away. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line.
Well, the Bears going to take over now late in this first half. They're certainly in need of some kind of points here before the end of the half. A field goal or something. Being shut out right now, they could really use some momentum before they head into halftime.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4.
Back to throw. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They're going to look to throw. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, obviously searching for their first touchdown this game, partner, and that quick 3 and out, that's not going to achieve that at all. Give victory to the secondary there. They brought out tight coverage on that 3rd down snap.
With it is Brown. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And just shutting him off there. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there in an odd front, 3-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run, broke the contact and got some space.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And some strong running.
77 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he will have the Bears first down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Now a 2nd and 10.
And 10 at the 20-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
He'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Santos' kick is up and through. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half.
Now they'll throw it with Stroud here, 1st and 10. That to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18.
Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Shedding the tackle.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
From the 43, here's a 2nd down and 6.
They'll set up to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a 1st down.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it.
106 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a 1st down coming up.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
A give, Dobbins trying the right side.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Back-to-back 2-yard losses, and that sets up a tough 3rd and 14. They'll set up a throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
On is Santos for the Bears field goal. And this will be a 45-yard attempt.
Santos' kick is up and through, and they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6.
So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Houston's offense taken over again. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. He's got it to Collins, complete.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up.
Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. 1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Going for it with Pierce.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a 1st down. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. On 1st down, here's Stroud. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. He's got room to roam.
And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains. One quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And the slot man goes in motion left.
And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
And his kick is good. And that one makes this a 10-point game at 16-6.
So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore.
And that'll bring up 2nd down. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. And this offense on third down today, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
112 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on first.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Now back to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now.
From the 46, here's the 2nd down and 9.
They go again with Pierce. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up.
Stroud on 3rd down now.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Houston. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news, but this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins.
Oh, that's just not fair, and now room to run. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
A handoff running left is Dobbins.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 36 yards on the play.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval. It's a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
Dobbins running out of the gun. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's a 2nd and 7. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he's brought down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw here. is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at the earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Throwing on first down, but this one lines up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
Stroud looks to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So now the Bears down 16-13, 1:45 to play. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. He's back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. We're always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And barring mistakes, they should be able to kneel this one out and finish it off. And there's only one timeout remaining on the defensive side of the ball, so that doesn't really come into play either. Now the Bears will use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
He'll get it to the 23-yard line.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
To throw is Stroud. That is caught. And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for the Texans,
their hopes of finishing above 500 stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to New England to take on the Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Bears, their playoff hopes take a big hit as they fall to 8-7. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.